What's up, guys? We start off immediately. Here we are in the elevator. I'm super excited to see what the business class has to offer. We're gonna fly from Sofia to Amsterdam to Chicago and Salt Lake City. Let's first see the Bulgarian business class lounge. That's at the Bulgarian airport. We're gonna start off with the toilets, I guess. This is the men's bathroom, nothing new. Everything's absolutely normal. Now here's outside of the toilet. It's pretty cool place, very warm and cozy. You have free drinks, free food, a lot of different cakes and croissants, biscuits. You can make yourself a fresh or a coffee or grab a soda, whatever. This is a bigger overview of the entire place. And here's what I got. I got a Diet Coke, a croissant, couple sandwiches, and some other Bulgarian, we call them banichka. After spending 90 minutes in the business lounge, we head to our plane. Best thing is it was that we skipped the entire line. We went straight to our seats. Of course, then we had to wait for the economy class to board as well. During our first small flight, we just had a little more space than usual, and surprisingly, by the way, we had lunch, which was, to be honest, kind of disgusting. If I remember correctly, I just ate the bread, even the dessert was awful. Here are the toilets, pretty small. This is actually the economy class as well. We used the same toilet, nothing special. App check. If you follow me on Instagram, you definitely saw the picture. Here is our view, definitely different from the economy class. Then we received some candy, which were actually very tasty. Then we landed, very harsh, but we survived. And then we went straight. We had 1 hour for our next flight, which is the longest one. And then we actually experienced what the business class is. We went to the fast lane, we skipped all the line, and then we went straight to our seats. We were welcomed with a glass of champagne, which was very nice. And then by the time I was exploring everything around my seat, everybody boarded the plane, which was very nice because you didn't spend any time waiting. Or look at me, I'm just pressing all the buttons and everything. I'm just exploring, I'm just wasting my time. I was literally playing like a little kid. As you can see, you can adjust your entire seat. I could lay completely flat on the entire seat without actually pushing the people behind me. Of course, we had adjustable screens. You could slide them sideways, but you couldn't pull them towards yourself to get a closer look, I guess. We had a cabin over here for personal stuff. Here are the magazines, and then by the way, with the champagne, we received some almonds as well. Inside the armrests of your chair, you could find your table. You had to press down and then open it up. You can slide it towards yourself or further away. Here is the menu. We had to choose our own food, and here are the choices. You can read all of them if you want to pause the video. This is, by the way, Lufthansa. This is the business class of Lufthansa. So if you fly with any other company, you most probably receive a different experience than this. Of course, we had remote controls for the screens, so you don't have to reach to touch the screen. Here are all the options for your chair to move, which options, by the way, took me a lot of time to understand. Later on, because we drank our champagne, this lady came here to offer more alcohol. But of course, we are healthy people, so we drank water. And of course, they gave me free vodka as well, which I didn't drink. I returned it, so don't worry. Then we got served our very first meal, which was, you can see what it is. By the way, all this time I was trying to put pepper on my food, and then I realized there was a sticker. You can hear my mother actually laughing at me. But yeah, so I got it off. I put my pepper on, which I put on absolutely everything. The food was very nice. I am gonna give it 8 out of 10 because there were some very weird sauces over there. Can you believe this was the butter? Crazy, crazy. Then we received our second meal, which was a lot better than the first one. 8.5 out of 10. Then we got to the dessert. My mother won here absolutely by a lot because I tried to be healthy and literally received 3 strawberries. That was it. Then we got some very nice candies. Unfortunately, ruined my white shirt, which you saw earlier in the video, and it was very disappointing because that was my very first time wearing it. But yeah, then I went to sleep, or actually I never sleep on the plane. So I was watching a movie. Here's me literally laying down in my bed, which was very insane, just insane. I don't know how to express this. You can see absolutely flat. Here are the toilets. We had different toilets this time from the economy class. They're a little more spacious. We had some products over here. We had mouthwash, whatever this is, this stuff I didn't use. But yeah, it smelled nice. It was clean. It was spacious. And yeah, here are during when everybody slept and I was just enjoying my food as well, of course. This was the third meal during night time. It was a pretty good meal. Then we landed in Chicago, and unfortunately there was no business lounge there, so we were stuck. And the flight was delayed by 3 hours, if I remember correctly, and we had to stay on the trenches. This is our last flight. Nothing special, a little more space, and we are in Salt Lake City. We arrived. We finally arrived. It was supposed to be 17 hours, but it ended up being 22 hours, especially with the delay in Chicago. Let me know if it was worth it. In my opinion, for the short flights, it was definitely not worth it. But for the long flights, most definitely. You can sleep, I have traveled in economy class for the last 5 years, and it was awful. Like for the long flights that were 10 hours, it's just you become a statue. However, in a business class is very different. Of course, that's Lufthansa. I want to mention that again. Probably with different aero companies, you're gonna experience different type of business classes. But it was very satisfying for the long flight. The total cost of all that was $2,500. Of course, that's for the return as well. So for 6 flights, $2,500. Full business class. Unfortunately, you have business lodges only in Sofia, Bulgaria, and in Amsterdam. We didn't see the Amsterdam one because we only had 1 hour to transfer from flight to flight, so we couldn't see it. But yeah, you don't have business lodges in America on Lufthansa, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 because of the. Actually, no, 10 out of 10 because I don't want to go back to economy class, to be honest. To think about it, I'm going to be sitting like a complete robot, and my back starts hurting and everything. I don't want to fly back. I don't want to go back to economy. That's most definitely. There's a saying, by the way, in air traveling that once you go to business class, you'll never go back to the economy class. I can feel that, definitely. But if you're flying short flights, it's not worth it. Even though it's only like $50 over the actual ticket, which is basically the same. For example, the economy class for our flight was 2000 and the business class was 2500. So $500 divided by six flights, it's basically nothing. So yeah, it was a last moment ticket, so it was kind of expected, I guess. We got the last two seats, the last two available seats out of six available seats. But yeah, let me know what you think. Would you fly business class? Have you fly in a business class before? That's all for this video. Pretty short, pretty average, I guess. Nothing super exciting, but I just wanted to share my first experience in business class, Lufthansa. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. See you next time.